First of all, I want to talk about the importance of confirmation and how I can explain that. I can explain, I think, with my experience, because talking with somebody of you and hear something, maybe we have some common experience. So when I have your age, so let's say around 12 years old, when I was 12 years old, my family said, according the tradition, you are supposed to go there to get your confirmation. Yes, what is about? I don't know. And actually my family was not going at Mass, so it was not a religious family, but I was supposed to go to confirmation. I don't know for doing what. And anyway, okay, and when they said to me also that I need to choose a sponsor, I was starting to think who was the richest uncle in my family. So I was thinking, so I will get the best, the richest gift. Okay, confirmation is completely something else. That was something really wrong that happened to me, because we are not just following God for tradition. Let's start from the fact when we are confused, like when I have 12 years old, and maybe as some of us. But let's say even the apostles, the disciples, were following Jesus for 3 years. And actually they were living with him. They were listening his teaching. They were also lost. When Jesus died, even if he explained, I need to pass through the cross and this and so on, they were saying yes, yes, but they didn't understand anything. As sometimes happened to us in our life. So, when Jesus died, they were just closed in a room, all scared, they don't know what to do. They were keeping on praying, yes, but they stuck there. And even if Jesus came in, greeting them, hey guys, I'm alive, I resurrected after 3 days. I'm real, Jesus, see my hands, see here. But they still keep on staying in that room. And sometimes our religious life, spiritual life is the same. We know that we are supposed to follow Jesus a little more, to know him a little more, to read the Bible more, to pray more. But we have not that kind of energy, let's say. Or sometimes we are lazy. Even if there's bad weather, maybe we don't go to Mass. Even worse, let's say, So we can understand that because, happened to people who was also living with Jesus for 3 years. So we can excuse in one sense us. And for that happened Pentecost. So the day of Pentecost was a very powerful day. You remember the story of Pentecost. So everything was shaking like a earthquake, and the Holy Spirit came upon them as fire, flames of fire. And really, their life changed after that. Their life changed. They don't stay anymore in that room. They start to go around, to spread the good news, to talk about Jesus. They were not afraid anymore. Even if they were catching them again, putting in prison. Actually, they were joyful any moment. So, they're full of energy, full of joy, love for everybody, embracing everybody, even the people who were not Jewish. So everybody was a little scandalized in the beginning. But because the love is so big and beautiful that I can embrace everybody, every human being as creature of God. So they really were transformed. They really were transformed. And that is what is confirmation about. Is to be transformed. Really, to have a new life. To born again, to be anew, completely new. And Jesus, in this sense, was very clear to us. He said, hey guys, you, without me, really can do nothing. It's so true. If you have no God in our life, if you have not the power of the Holy Spirit, If we have a good proposal of doing this, or praying a little more, doing that, we really cannot make it. Sometimes our laziness is stronger than anything else. And sometimes we cannot explain to ourselves. But it's that. We need the power of the Holy Spirit. So, even if we are coming a little confused, let's say, what is confirmation about? I was visiting all our school around, I was asking to the kids, no matter if they have received already confirmation, or to the one who didn't receive confirmation, let's say some word about confirmation. Very few can say some words, so really they were very confused. But we are not called to be confused. We are called to be a powerful Christian. For example, often we like to say, the situation in the world is so bad. Our government is like this way. Our politics, our economy, even our doctor. So now when we see our doctor, he's so lazy. This is not helping me. So we are complaining about everything in our society. But actually, what we are doing for changing? Really, we need to raise up a new generation. But the new generation, even if I've heard about Jesus, like the apostle, the disciple, and have not the power of the Holy Spirit, once again, you cannot do nothing. You cannot change nothing. As my family, she was pretending to me to go for confirmation, but they were not going to Mass, so I don't know what I can understand. So the invitation here, no matter if you are confused, if you have a very clear idea, is a moment where we need to help our youth, and maybe even for ourselves if we need, to go deeper in this preparation of confirmation. And really with the desire of receiving the power of the Holy Spirit. Because only the Holy Spirit can change our life. So at least, even if we are very confused, we need to have a clear one thing, the desire. The desire to having the Holy Spirit. This desire. Because sometimes we say, no, but our kids, they are too small. They are so young. How they can understand, how they can go so deeper, they understand a little more, that is a bad excuse. So I was taking Saint Teresa when she was 80 years old. And actually, because we are in this church, Saint Teresa, it's better to know also something about her life. And actually, when she was only 8 years old, she did a miracle in a very simple way, as she liked to say, the simple way, the simple way. I don't know if somebody of you know, but maybe I will say very shortly what it was about. Of course, she was not confused because, thanks God, her family was so devoted. Everybody was going to Mass, not like my family. And also she had 3 sisters already in the convent. So let's say all the family was so prayerful, understanding God and following His way. So one day it happened, to make the story short, that the father was reading in the newspaper. He was reading about a very bad guy that was killing here, was killing there, and you have no mercy for nobody. And when he was caught, he said that you have no fear even of God, that doesn't exist, and he don't care. And actually, he was sentenced to death. So according to the news, he was supposed to be sentenced to death, so hang up just 3 days after this news in the newspaper. And Therese, when the power of God, the love is in you, she has so much love. They say, oh, this poor guy, even if it's so bad, if he will die in this way, he will go to hell forever. So say, God, please, save this man. She started to pray for this man. God, please listen to me. So she started to fast. God, look at me, I'm fasting. And she fasted for 3 days for this man. And she had a very clear idea, because say, you know, God, but show me a sign that I understand that you hear my prayer. Okay, so keep on fasting for 3 days, and she was sure that the Lord was listening to her prayer. And the day when this man was supposed to be hung up, because after they read the news again, he asked for a father confessor. He did his last confession. So one who was an unbeliever. This was the sign for Saint Teresa. So, you know, even in somebody 80 years old, if you are in that environment and believe in God, and pray to the Lord is listening. So, what I want to say that when we are talking, okay, we are young, so on, yes, we will have also a game, you know, during our preparation, game, will be some fun, we'll be singing and so on, but let's say, it's an important moment in our life, for our children, but even for ourselves, maybe, for going back to our faith with strength and energy. But what we need this desire. And you start to pray every day, oh really, come Holy Spirit in my life, make me anew. Because you know, this is the last thing they say, I conclude. God is love. And when you say about love so generic, it's not so generic. When I'm talking about that God is love, real love, is never pushing. God never pushes you. God will never push you, say, okay, receive the Holy Spirit, you will be a great man. No. He wants to give to you, but you need to desire. He cannot push. So in these things, we're talking about love, it's like this. So need your desire. So cultivate this desire. If you have not this desire, just pray for the desire. Lord, let have me the desire at least. So what we need is this desire. Really, I want you, Holy Spirit, come in my life, change my life, make me anew. So I finish with this. So now you understand also when we are talking about the sponsor, because, but with this I don't want to offend anybody, you know, because I saw some sponsor coming from Ontario, somebody is coming from India. Maybe it's beautiful because it's a family reunion, maybe have another strong meaning. But how the sponsor can follow your children now here in Edmonton? Or maybe, I don't know, if you choose a sponsor like my uncle, the richest uncle in my family for a richest gift, even that is wrong. How this man or women can help your son, your daughter, praying for him, sharing with him, helping him to reflect. So you have still time to consider eventually if you want, maybe not take away the other sponsor, maybe just add another one. Maybe one to sponsor that come for abroad from another place will be the first sponsor, maybe a couple, they can be together. But the second sponsor will be somebody that you know here, maybe in the community, that is a spiritual man, a spiritual woman, that can pray for your children, that can stay with him and grow up together in the faith. So really consider if you want to have a new experience. Some experience that can change the world, even let the bad people go to paradise. If you want to make a new world, we can do that. But we need to work, even for this moment, because actually the confirmation is very important in our Christian life. Spiritual life. Of course, going in this path, we are inviting everybody coming together at Mass as a family. Yeah? Okay, I suppose this is normal to say. Join one of our many youth activities. Even this must be normal to understand. In which sense? In the sense that If we are considering only this 4 Super Saturday to get confirmed, yeah, for the preparation, can be okay. But we need to understand that actually if we grow up in the faith, many elements are coming in. Having in group is something so, let's say, important, so vibrant in our spiritual life. Because when you hear somebody else sharing, somebody else has a testimony, what's happened in his life, how God is helping him, that will help also you. And also sometimes you really have a problem and you ask somebody to pray for you and you see the things are changing. I can see when the community is praying for me, how things go so fast, that the Lord is listening faster. So, for me, but I suppose even for you, it will be normal to have one of our children attending some of our youth group here in St. Teresa, and in the future, of course, also in Corpus Christi.